What's up, YouTube? Today we are going to do the video on the 5 things I love about this car. And I've tried to make this video, I swear, like 20 times, but every time I get sidetracked on the road, which, I mean, it's obviously good that I'm paying attention to the road, but I get sidetracked and can't remember everything that I'm trying to say. I had an energy drink, so hopefully that'll help me wake up and make this video. The first thing we're going to start off with is the drivability. And wow, that was a pretty bad stutter. The drivability, it's great. I think it handles very well. It shifts real smooth. Granted, you know, I am the one shifting, but it goes into gear real well. It accelerates really nicely. I mean, it can go from, you know, driving around real slow and, you know, going to the gears it tells you to go into to hauling ass. I mean, I like it. It's real well. It goes around corners pretty well. I feel like I obviously need to upgrade the suspension a little bit, maybe some strut bars, but yeah, it handles really well and I like it. There's not much more to say about that. Second would have to be that it's turboed. That's awesome. I think having a turbo, even a stock turboed vehicle, is amazing because I feel like it gives you a better base to build on. Because if you don't already have a turboed vehicle, you're gonna have to buy the whole turbo kit. That's expensive. And then if you don't have the means or the knowledge to install it, you got to go to a shop, and a shop is going to charge you a lot of money. You could probably find, you know, a family friend that owns a shop or something that'll install it cheaper, but it's still a lot of money and it's a lot of time, and not everybody has that kind of time. So I feel like it gives you a better base, and you can upgrade each part as you go. If I want to buy a new intercooler, save up the money, buy it, and boom, I don't have to wait to get everything else to put it on. And you can feel it when you're driving it, and that plays into the drivability part. You can feel it kick in, the turbo kick in, spool up. You can hear it, which is awesome. I think the turbo spool sounds real good. And you can hear it a lot more, the little turbo whistle, a lot more than you would other cars that are turbocharged stock. I mean, obviously if you do an aftermarket, it'll be pretty loud. But for a stock, you can really hear it whistle, even sometimes over the radio, depending on how loud you're playing it. Third would have to be the technology and interior. It looks great. It's a great design on the inside. The technology is very smooth. I have no trouble operating it, which I don't have trouble operating the technology either, but anybody else who gets in my car doesn't have any issues. It's pretty self-explanatory how to use it. The design, like I said, the leather is really nice. I like the designs of the seat, besides the fact that they're too narrow, and I mentioned that in my last video. It's got a cool texture on this trim up in the dash and on the sides of the door. I don't know what you want to call it or what they call it, but it looks really nice. But yeah, touch to start or push to start or whatever you want to call it. I don't know why I had a brain fart there. That's awesome. It's kind of nice not having to stick a key and scratch up the side of your steering wheel, which, you know, most people don't really care about, but it's nice for me. And they have an app on, I think it's Apple and Android from Hyundai, where you can start your car from it, which my vehicle isn't built for that, but I can still unlock my car and lock my car from the app. I can find it on the GPS, schedule, you know, service and maintenance and stuff like that, which is awesome. But yeah, the technology interior is just, for me, spot on. Next would have to be, this is my turn. Next would have to be the design of the car. Now the design, I really like it, and I normally don't like hatchback vehicles, but I saw this one, I was like, I gotta have it. You know, it's one vehicle. It may not be the most amazing vehicle on the market, obviously, but to me, I was like, this is one car that I want to own. I want to say I own that car. Like, I really like the design, and I think it kind of stands out. When you see one driving down the road, you're kind of like, what is that, you know? You want to find out what it is. It's not a sports car. It's not a supercar or a muscle car, but it's something that'll catch your eye as it's driving down the road, because it's got that kind of pit bull front end, and I really, really like it. The last thing would have to be the gas mileage. I really like having good gas mileage. It's nice for a change. I didn't have good gas mileage with my other vehicles. I had a Nissan Xterra from 2002, and I had a 2003 Yukon XL. All large SUVs. Well, one of them is the size of a bus, and the other one was the color of a bus. It was yellow. So they didn't get good gas mileage. Honestly, if I really got up on the acceleration, I'd get like 10 to 12 miles to the gallon. Probably even worse. I never really delved into it, but I had to fill up all the time, and it was terrible. With this, it's marketed 25 to in city and 35 highway, and it holds up pretty true. On the highway, I get really good gas mileage. In the city, not as good, because I like to drive my car quick, not fast. I don't speed, but I like to get up to the speed limit very quickly, and a lot of car enthusiasts like to do that. So I drive it quick. I really get up on the acceleration, and even doing that, I still get 19 miles to the gallon, which a lot of people would say, oh, that's terrible, but for me, that's good compared to 10. I mean, I can't argue with that. But if I drive it like, most people do, or how you're supposed to, I guess, you do get 25, sometimes 26, and it's pretty awesome. So I get to pick and choose, like, hey, do I want to make this tank of gas last, or do I really just want to get to that red light quicker? So the gas mileage is awesome. That concludes the 5 things. Honestly, I could do more, but I only did 5 things I hate, and I feel like doing 5 things I hate and 20 things I love doesn't make too much sense. It's just easier to find things I love about this car than I hate. So I just stuck with five bigger things that I liked about it, and that's that. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe for more content. I'll be putting up a review of the 2016 Veloster later this week, so stay tuned for that. And you guys take care.